Why don't you trust therapists?
Eu tive uma conversa longa com meu pai, ele não conseguiu entender. E não podia mesmo, ele não tinha condição de... Se ele entendesse, a vida dele perderia o sentido.
Well, whatever, all right? I mean, it's time to grow up, you know? I have a steady job, this is what I'm doing.
Primeiro ele falou que eu não tinha ambição nenhuma. E eu falei exatamente o contrário, eu tenho uma ambição desmedida. Tão grande que dinheiro, conforto, facilidade, posição social é pouco. Isso não me satisfaz. Eu quero mais.
And it's just like you get to a point, you're like, how much longer can I take it?
What is time running out? You out of time?
I'm getting older.
Please.
I'm getting older.
E ele perguntou, afinal, o que você quer da vida? E eu respondi sem pensar. Eu quero tudo que eu puder levar.
You got something else you would rather have been doing?
Not
You got other appointments or other places you gotta be?
Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
Eu quero saber para que eu tô aqui, para que serve a vida. Não é possível que a gente nasce para se garantir materialmente. Porra, a gente vai sair.
Because we are food for worms, lads.
I see all my friends are making a lot of money on Wall Street. I see like, you know, what?
Se o objetivo da vida fosse constituir patrimônio, quem constituísse patrimônio não morria. Mas morre, frequentemente divide a família com patrimônio enorme. Os filhos brigam para disputar, então esse não é o objetivo da vida. Eu queria saber qual era.
I just see that like my friends are, you know, they're moving up, and I'm worried that
Moving up?
They're moving up.
Are you out of your mind?
Why run away? What did you feel you had to run from?
E aí eu cheguei num ponto que eu falei, eu vou procurar um sentido para a vida. Ou eu vou encontrar, ou eu vou morrer procurando. Porque essa vida que eu vejo programada para mim só me traz angústia. Eu vou entrar em depressão, óbvio, eu vou detestar tudo.
You had a dream that you followed, that you were sticking to.
This is the dream. This is the dream.
This is not your
Guys
dream.
like me were...
I have spent my whole life scared, frightened of things that could happen, might not happen. 50 years I spent like that, finding myself awake at 3 in the morning.
Let me tell you a story about, this is my favorite story about show business.
I am Jack's wasted life.
When they're dressed in their suits, they're ready to play, they're carrying their instruments, so they're walking through the snow. And it's wet and it's slushy, and in the distance they see this little house.
I came to realize it's that fear that's the worst of it. That's the real enemy.
There's a guy and his wife, and she's beautiful, and there's 2 kids, and they're all sitting around the table, and they're smiling, they're laughing, and they're eating, and there's a fire in the fireplace, and these guys are standing there in their suits, and they're wet, and they're shivering, they're holding their instruments, and they're watching this incredible Norman Rockwell scene. And one guy turns to the other guy and goes, "How do people live like that?" That's what it's about.